There's a lot of discussions going on the internet right now, but there's one that's taking place that I just can't stay out of. The Bible. Oh, the Bible? Yeah, like missing books of the Bible, things about the Bible that we haven't been told about the Bible. And this is not opinion, this is Book of Jasher. You see how worn out this thing is? Why is that important? Because you hear Jasher mentioned in the Bible, it's in the book of Joshua, in 2 Timothy, and in 2 Samuel. But you ain't never heard about it. You'll find out more interesting stuff like, why did Esau give up his birthright so easy? Oh, I bet you didn't know that it's because he Nimrod that same day, and how that whole story went down.
What aren't they telling us?
Right. You know why you don't know that? Because they voted on what books were going to be put in the Bible and which ones would be kept out. So as much as people want to just hold on to the Bible, that's not even all the books. That's not all the writings. Like, you got some of the other books that people haven't probably even heard about, like Essene Gospel of Peace. Here's another one, the Scriptures. This is a translation. I love it because it has more of the Hebrew words in it, and it also supports the fact that there was no J, but you'll hear stuff as a Y. So instead of hearing me saying Jesus, you'll hear me say Yeshua, and I'll tell you the reason why. Look at it, 1611, King James Version. Crack this open real quick. Go to the book of Judges. Oh, once again, there is no J. Okay, because if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. We got to look at it historically and everything, and then we got other stuff like the Apocrypha, which is also in that 1611, by the way. Now, why is the Apocrypha important? Because a lot of people try to dispute it and say it's a whole bunch of fictitious stuff. Check this out. As a person who was actually on his way to becoming a pastor at a point in time, one thing that I can tell you is that there's this whole thing that they teach that between Malachi and Matthew, that 400-year span, that, quote, God did not speak to Israel during that time. Now, that's a lie. That's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of stuff that people sit up here and make up because they either don't know or they want to omit. I'm gonna show you how. Let's take a look at Daniel's dream. You know, the different layers, the gold, the silver, the bronze, etc. All of these represented kingdoms who were going to what? Capture Israel. So let's look at that for a second. It's already recorded in the Bible. Number one, Egypt, Babylon, Assyria, the Medes and Persians, and then for Yeshua's time part takes place, Romans. There's 7 kingdoms that are supposed to affect it, right? So let's think about this. Well, there was one that was yet to come. Who's missing? Greece. But what about Greece? That's actually recorded. You ever heard of the book of Maccabees? That's contained in, along with the pseudepigrapha writing. And of course, people will say, well, pseudepigrapha means false writings. Oh, okay, whatever. But I tell you this, there's a whole lot going on in these writings that you guys probably never heard of that especially answers a lot of the questions going on in Genesis. There is so much that has been left out. And I forgot to mention my Nag Hammadi. Those are known as the Dead Sea Scrolls. Unless somebody borrowed it, they haven't returned it back, so probably gonna have to go and order one. Contained in there are some amazing writings. The Gospel of Thomas. One of the ones that really opened my eyes is the Secret Book of John. And when we get to talking about that, I'm telling you, it's gonna mess with you. Nevertheless, I can promise you this, I don't do opinion. Anything I speak on is based on experience or my own study.